Welcome to our channel. I'm Twist.
And I am Take, and this is OTOT News.
According to the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department, in 2017, a 14-year-old female went to her doctor with her mother and said she was married and sexually active. The underage female reportedly said she had been married since she was 13 years old. Reports show that when CPS officials interviewed both the teen and her mother, they described themselves as Hebrew Israelites, African Americans who believe they are descendants of ancient Israelites, and that the marriage between the teen and the husband Steve Carty was supported. Reports show Cherry Payton, now 43, was convicted in a Texas court for allowing her 13-year-old daughter to endure sexual abuse by a 47-year-old man as a normal part of their religious beliefs. Prosecutors discovered that Payton allowed the victim to be married for nearly a year before coming to the attention of authorities. They also had evidence that Payton had sexually abused the victim herself, under the guise of their Hebrew Israelite faith. On April 29, a jury convicted Cherry Payton of continuous sexual abuse of a young child and sentenced her to serve 30 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. 52-year-old Stephen Carty pleaded guilty in February 2022 to aggravated sexual assault of a child and sexual assault of a child. He was sentenced to 22 years in prison for aggravated sexual assault and 20 years for sexual assault. The two terms will run concurrently. At Carty's trial, lead prosecutor Karen Thompson said, "In Texas, when a 47-year-old man engages in sexual acts with a 13-year-old, it's a crime, even if he insists on calling it a covenant." This case was about getting justice for a child who was convinced that the abuse she endured was her religious obligation. The defendant wanted to make this case about his religious beliefs, and that was never the issue. Although a person must be 18 years of age to marry in Texas, there are exceptions that allow a minor who is at least 16 years of age to marry subject to certain conditions. The evidence showed that the child, in this case, was too young for the exceptions to apply. According to statistics from a 2020 report, Texas has the highest number of child abuse, and the list is rarely updated now due to the pandemic. Child abuse comes in several different forms and includes physical, emotional, sexual, and psychological abuse. Carty and Payton will both be added to the sex offenders registry. What are your thoughts on this case? We are living in a harsh world. Please check on your loved ones. Thanks for watching and consider subscribing for more OTOT news.